opportunities, walking through doors, divine connections, purpose. That's what it really is. And that's what it's really been for me. My faith is in you. I am healed. By your stripes, I am healed. And I declared it. And I stand before you today able to see out of both eyes.
Woo!
One day, I said, this is it. I was ready to check out of here, Leah. I was ready to go. And the Lord specifically told me, get up. Listen, being in alignment is key factor. Trusting God with the process and whatever it is that you feel like He's calling to you to do, go ahead and do it.
Hi, and welcome to another episode in another season of the Woman Witness podcast on the Woman Witness TV network. I'm your host, Leah Fortier. Here on this platform, we bring to you voices of dynamic women that are out there making a positive impact in their lives, in their family, and the community around them. Women of faith, women of resilience, women who have battled through something and they are bold enough, strong enough to come back and grab the hand of another sister and be a witness. Today, I'm so excited to introduce to you the founder and CEO of Kingdom Konnections business and networking events. She is a dynamic leader in the world of networking and entrepreneurship. But women in faith called by God to lead in ministry that empowers women to reach their fullest potential by creating their divine kingdom connections. With a deep passion for helping women and also men step into their purpose. My guest today, Tiffany Barnes, uses her expertise in communication and relationship building to foster meaningful, God-centered connections that opens the door to growth, success, and fulfillment. Her journey is one of faith, vision, perseverance, and today we have brought her here to share just how she has answered the call to serve and the lessons that she has learned along the way. And some of the practical insights for women who are ready to elevate their lives through the power of divine relationships and divine connections. So without further ado, I'm so excited to introduce to you my guest today, Miss Tiffany Barnes. Hey, Tiffany, welcome to the Well. How are you?
I'm well, Leah. Thank you so much for having me. First of all, that intro, oh my goodness. It was so amazing. I'm humble. Okay. Thank you, Leah.
But God, listen.
Yes.
Listen, Tiffany, I'm excited to have you here. I am
Thank
all about a kingdom connection. Have you ever just felt like God, you hear people talk about it and you look at it and it's in all the scriptures throughout the Bible that God has somehow brought kingdom divine connections to these people that helped push people into their purpose, help, maybe open doors or, push them into walking into their calling that God has designed for them. So I'm so excited to have you here, Miss Tiffany, to talk to us a little bit about some kingdom connections.
you. Yeah. And that's what it's really about, Leah. It is really about exactly what you said. Purpose, opportunities, walking through doors, divine connections, purpose. That's what it really is. And that's what it's really been for me over these last almost 5 years of hosting networking events for small businesses. And I'm just so thankful that throughout the whole journey, I'm thankful that I answered the call.
Yeah.
Because when the assignment was given to me, I was like, Lord, do what?
Ooh.
I don't even know what I'm going to do, how to even do this. But I want to give you a little bit of a background about Kingdom Konnections. Kingdom Konnections actually started out as a t-shirt apparel line back in 2019.
Okay.
So I had this vision for a t-shirt, right?
Yeah.
I wrote the vision and I made it plain. I had someone design the logo, and I didn't know what was going to go on from there. 2020 hits. What do we have? A pandemic, right?
Yeah.
So here we are. This is something that I've never experienced in my life, being on this earth. Such
Right.
a traumatic moment. And this is the same year my dad passed, Leah. So I am going through the motions, right? So much is going on. I say, God, what is this? You say you have a purpose and a call for my life, but I feel like you have literally allowed me to go into one of the most traumatic seasons of my life. In November of 2020, the Lord told me to bring business owners together for networking. And I was like, do what? I don't even know where to start at. Like, what do I do? I don't
Right.
know how to do this. I put a call out for vendors, Leah. I went and booked a location to host this event at. And literally, I've been hosting these networking events since the 2020 one year.
Wow. And you called it Kingdom Connections.
The Kingdom Connections. And it's really divinely connected because people have these gifts that God has instilled in them.
Yeah.
They have they had this purpose in life. I think 2020 was a year for people to kind of sit still and kind of figure out, what can I put my hands to? I said we lost a lot of people that year, but people also gave birth to
Ooh.
business, the books, right? To body butters and body scrubs, to making jewelry, to
Mm.
learning how to cook and make different products, Leah. It was amazing.
Homeschool.
Oh, yes. And I was like, wow, look how talented
We.
my people are. Look how talented we are. And that's kind of where it started at, Leah.
That's true. I love that. Look, and
Yeah,
I love how you tie the divine connection. You started off with a shirt, but God had a bigger plan for it.
a
Let
bigger
me
plan.
let me ask you, what was it that defining moment when you knew that helping women through divine connections was your purpose?
It's interesting. I tell the Lord all the time. I was like this, Leah, growing up. I had a lot of female cousins, right? So I had my girls that I roll with, from childhood and different things like that. But I was
Yeah.
like, Lord, I don't even deal with women like that. Like, why do you have me doing this so passionately and having so much purpose behind this? But I think
Yeah.
that pivotal moment was when I connected with a few of my sisters. How many years ago? Probably about maybe 13, 14 years ago, maybe.
Mhm.
And we started a ministry called I'm a Woman with a Purpose. And through that ministry, I want to just pour out some love to my sister Shantae, my sister Cornica, and one of our sisters, Sierra, and also another one by the name of Jasmine. They both have passed on to go home to be with the Lord. So I had started this ministry with them. And I was like, okay, Lord, this is it. I'm called to help women. And along all these years later, Kingdom Connections really has brought a lot of women in that are business owners. Shout out to the men, they show up too. But
Come
it's
on.
something about the women that God has connected me with Kingdom Connections business network and events. And just to connect with these women. And listen, Leah, this is built up relationships. Kingdom Connections is like a doorway, right? But I go out and I support people at other events. I'm bringing some women together for the month of March for women in business. And
Yeah.
some of these women I have been through social media, but some of them I have also connected with through Kingdom Connections networking events.
You are a well. You're well.
Yes.
Come on.
To God be the
Um,
glory.
listen, listen. How has your faith, um, uh, clearly God has influenced every part. He has ordered every step, and you were bold enough to keep walking through it. but how has it influenced your entrepreneurial journey and your leadership style?
I would say definitely in the 2020 year, Leah, my faith was tested. It was tested. And I said, Lord, I said, if you bring me out of this closet of depression, no matter what I do and where you take me, whatever opportunities you give me, in spite of who I am, the mistakes that I've made, the flaws that I have, I will always give you the glory through everything because it's not even about me.
Mm,
So
mm,
my
mm, mm.
faith has literally increased over these last few years. And just I can think about a few weeks ago, Leah, I couldn't see out of this right eye. A few weeks ago, I had went through some type of infection in my body that I'm still waiting on blood results for. And literally, this eye was attacked through some type of white blood cell, something in my body. But guess what? Today, I sit here before you able to see because even during that moment, I said, what is going on? That was a moment I couldn't, my left eye was literally the eye that I could see out of like, just 2 weeks ago.
Oh my
My right
gosh.
eye was completely shut.
Oh my gosh.
So during this time, I'm in this vehicle going from ophthalmologist to retina eye specialist, trying to figure out what was going on. But in that moment, I feel like God had to take me through a process because a lot of times we think everything is the enemy and it's really not. God does cause storms in our lives to get our attention, right? So during that time over these last few weeks, I have been under a steroid for my eye to help to, with the vision. But
Right.
even during that time, I said, Lord, whatever it is that you need to get my attention for, my faith is in you. I am healed. By your stripes, I am healed. And I declared it. And I stand before you today able to see out of both eyes.
Woo!
I still have a little blurriness here, right? But I can see now. I can see now. And I give God the glory for that. I'm telling you. So, yes, my faith has increased. My faith has increased through these years. Entrepreneurship has given me that opportunity to trust God with the business because guess what? He has to be first in it.
He started it.
Exactly. You're confirming it. He took me to that scripture today. He said, in his word, he said that he who has begun a great work in you is faithful to perform it. That's it.
My God. My God. Oh my goodness. Thank you
That's
for,
it.
can I just say thank you for being a witness? It is these
Yes.
stories, it is these healings. It is I am crazy enough to believe that God will begin to show his, not begin, God has already been showing miracle signs and
Absolutely.
healing,
Absolutely.
restoration, but we have to be the ones to speak it. And some of us
Yes,
speak
we
it
do.
to God the glory.
Yes. And when you speak it, you got to believe it.
Amen. Amen.
You have to believe it.
Amen.
Yes.
Oh my, okay. What were some of the biggest challenges that you faced stepping into your calling, and how did you overcome them?
My goodness. I think I think, and I go back, Leah, even thinking about the passing of my dad. This has literally been one of the most pivotal moments in my life on this journey. This person played a huge role in the family in my life. So when this took place, I was discouraged, right? I had felt like I had lost my faith, because during that time I just was like, Lord, what am I to do? You know what I mean? How do I move and get up from this place? But I remember one day being in my closet and I said, this is it. I was ready to check out of here, Leah. I was ready to go.
Mm.
And the Lord specifically told me, get up. Get up out of this place. It reminded me of the man at the pool of Bethesda who literally was sitting there waiting for someone to come and put him into the pool, right? Until one day he made that choice and decision to get up. And that's what I did during those challenges and that time, and having to learning to live a life after loss. That's such a pivotal moment of maneuvering and living through change. It's really a new life, Leah. And I tell people, I don't have my old life. I'm literally living a new life.
Yeah. 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 Oh my goodness. You mentioned the story of the manna in the pool of Bethesda.
Mm,
And I kind of got stuck there. And let me tell you why I did. Because you said when he was sitting there, it just like when you were in your closet, God found you. He
yes.
came to you. You didn't have to look for them. He came to you just like he did with that man at the pool of Bethesda.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
can I just say this real quick? One thing I heard so loud and clear that you said you had to make
Yes.
a decision. And same with the man at the pool of Bethesda. He made a decision. He didn't get up and walk.
Yes.
Jesus
Mm,
asked him, "Do you want to be healed?"
yes.
And he didn't get up. He gave excuses, right? He didn't get up and walk
Yeah.
until he said yes. And then he got up and
Oh,
walked.
he's like,
So
mm,
I just want to encourage somebody listening right now. You don't have to be able or can see the capacity to do it. You just got to give your yes. And Jesus will
yeah,
find
yeah.
where you are. I'm sorry. Oh, Tiffany, can you please tell a story every time? I can
Yeah.
see how that was a pivotal moment for you, and getting through losing your father.
Yes.
I feel like God was saying, I'm going to lead you now. I got you.
My, that's it.
Okay.
I got,
Ooh, Tiffany, why
yeah.
you bring me there? Let me come back. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How do you stay spiritually grounded through it all, and while managing the demands of running the ministry, from being a CEO to all these people that God has placed in your life? How do you manage it all?
Oh my gosh. It reminds me of something the Lord told me a few years ago. He said, manage the manna, right? And what that is just more of every resource, right? And it reminds me of when the 5,000 people were fed, right? And how manna from heaven came down. Manage what I give you, the relationships, the connections, the opportunities. So one of the most important things that I have done this year, and was just to be planted and placed, getting back into, I think during the pandemic, we became a lot of people became virtual with services and different
Yeah.
things like that. So just getting back planted, where God had, I truly believe, where he had wanted me all along for some years, which is the Anointed House of Prayer Ministries here in Baltimore, under the leadership of my pastor Marlon Austin and his wife, leading lady Tiffany Austin, just to be planted and placed, in ministry. And now I am, back placed and planted, and that's where, I get fed. So that's my home, where God has placed me. So absolutely, I just try to stay grounded that way, and also just daily reading my scriptures and different things like that, and just trying to just stay motivated through it all. Yeah.
Yes. Hold on. Can we just talk about this manage the manna? I
Mm,
mean, that is such a good principle and to go on, because I think so often, you mentioned that how we were all virtual, right? And I believe that even when you
yeah,
say manage a manage what the gift God has given you, how he has put it
absolutely.
inside of you, and keep feeding yourself with the manna that he's giving you, because you are the well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So manage the banner.
Come on. What is your core mission and your vision behind your ministry? I
Mm.
know it speaks for itself, but I need to know.
Well, I truly believe this, and I will always stick to this vision and mission with Kingdom Connections. We do not compete, but we do collaborate. If we do not support each other, then who will? I will always stand on that. I am never going to shift that mission and vision. I think it is corely what it is, because I'm going to be honest with you. When you get into doing these networking events. And I tell people all the time, I don't just do these just to do these events. God has called me to do these events. I don't do it because somebody else is doing it, or I'm watching from afar of what somebody else is doing. No, God literally called me to bring business owners together.
Hmm.
Now, these events, I try to do at least maybe 3 a year. I always want to do one in August because that is Black Business Month. And I think it's just an awesome time to bring people together, to support each other. And I try to do one in the fall. The winter time is more of a relaxing time for me. And I try to do one in the spring. So I'm going to be trying to collectively put some stuff together. And listen, we know things are in this world right now. Listen, I'm not even focused on that. I'm going to continue the mission and vision and what God has given me. And hopefully within the month of between April and May, we will have something in place for another Kingdom Connections networking event for the 2025 year.
Amen. Now, do you travel with it, Tiffany, or is it just held in your area?
It's only here in Baltimore, Liv. But I mean, if you feel like I should go out of state, let me know. You know what I mean? Because I can make some stuff happen. Okay. Yes. Yes, but I've had the vision. I've had the vision of out of state Kingdom Connections networking events being held, and hopefully one day I will see that come to pass.
Paint us a picture. What is it? What do your Kingdom Connection events look like?
Oh my goodness! So I try to bring in at least 25 vendors. Sometimes it's between 20 and 25, depending on the location and the size.
Yeah.
Um, I I create a flyer, putting a call out for vendors. And Leah, let me tell you, I got inboxes still in my email of people, Leah, wanting to know about the 2025 year.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything this year? Can you let me know when? I want to be a part of it, right? And
Yeah.
I'm so humble. I'm so humble because a lot of these vendors, these business owners that I network with, a lot of them come back. So once I get that flyer created, I put out a call. Somebody will reach out to me through email or DM me, like, "Listen, I seen your flyer. I want to be a part of your event." I don't know what draws them in. I don't know if it's Kingdom Connections on it that draws them in, but I'm telling
I was like,
people come from all over, different parts of Maryland, Delaware, and it's just been a blessing. So once I put the call off for vendors, if once I reach that moment of solidifying people to want to be a part of it, there's a vending fee that comes with, being a part of the event, which is $75. So what I do, I try to always give them, sometimes I let them lock in for $25, and then they can pay their remaining balance in maybe 2 months.
mm-hmm.
So collectively, once I get all the business owners together, I'll get their logos, I'll have a flyer created. We will market and network the event. And like I said, my prayer with this event is that people will connect with me that want to be a part of the event truly, because sometimes, people will want to connect, but they don't want to kind of put in like the legwork on
Yeah.
on this is your business. Your business is on this flyer. This
Yeah.
is not about Tiffany. We are collectively in this together.
Oh,
So I need you to share your business. Let
yeah.
your followers know, let your family know, let your friends know that on this particular date and time, we are all coming together to support one another in business. And that's it, Leah. We put the call out, we mark it, have a date, a time, people come out, shop support network, DJ, food. It's amazing.
There you go. Got it. So that's what I was looking for. I didn't know, like, do you host like a talk portion or
Yes.
workshops or anything?
Yes. So listen, Leah, some of these people, listen, I love to give people an opportunity. I say, God, whatever you do, let Kingdom Connection stand out. Leah, I give them the microphone. They start testifying. You hear me? About things that they've gone through, right? And how they started their business and different things like that. I love it. It's amazing.
You got to send me the information, Miss Tiffany. I'm sorry, I didn't got you thrown off. Now, let me talk to you about what roles does networking play in the success for both personal and professional growth?
I think networking is just an amazing opportunity I tell people you never know who you will meet from networking. And period. So a lot of people that I have met have come on to be a part of this amazing opportunity with Kingdom Connections. I've had opportunities from people that I've met at Kingdom Connections events, but I'm going to tell you what I love the most is that when these business owners link up together from being a part of Kingdom Connections networking events. I remember my girlfriend, shout out to Dominique. I love her so much. She told me, she said, Tiffany, this is so much more greater than you. God is just using you to bring people together. She said, but I want you to know this. A lot of these business owners are going to start to do things outside of your networking events, right? Because you have allowed them to come in contact with each other and network. So it's far more greater than you, but God is using you as a vehicle in order to bring people together for purpose.
Period.
And that's it. That's
Okay,
it.
I'm so excited about what you do. I'm excited about your passion and how you
Yes.
do it. I'm trying to tell you, people aren't drawn to someone who's not passionate about anything. If
Oh
you
my
are passionate,
goodness, that's it.
I'm not gonna be. And I can see that God has called you to do it. Let me ask you,
Yeah.
what do you teach women? How do you teach women to build authenticity and purpose drive through their connections um, in their professional lives and also personal?
I think the one word that stands out to me the most, and this is what one word that I've learned from a really good friend of mine, is about being in alignment. I feel like being in alignment really draws you to connecting and being in your purpose. So
Yeah,
being in alignment is key factor to purpose. So when you are in alignment, you are able to see your purpose from a different perspective. So
absolutely.
I feel like being called to women and helping them, because people do reach out to me. They do ask me questions, and different things like that. How did you start out, Tiffany? I want to do this, but I don't know where to start, and different things like that. So, God still uses me in that area to be able to pour into them, to let them know, listen, being in alignment is key factor, trusting God with the process, and whatever it is that you feel like he's calling to you to do, go ahead and do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
Go ahead and do it.
when you are in alignment, you're going to meet up with those people who are called to you, and
That's it.
you're going to be a living well of, and
That's
people are
it.
going to connect through you.
That's it.
What are some key entrepreneurial principles
Mm,
along with alignment that women should embrace to reach their fullest potential?
mm. I want to say this. Keep God first. Who are you? Identity is very, very important. Um, and I say that because if not, I feel like sometimes you can fall into the comparison factor, especially with social media and different things like that. God will give you some, and I tell business owners this also. I don't care who's doing what. If God has given you this vision, this opportunity, it's going to be effective. It's going to prosper. I'm a witness. I'm a witness. I remember last year, Leah, I was in my kitchen, and I remember, I think it was about maybe 2 years ago, roughly. I wanted to do something different with Kingdom Connections, right? I was looking for like this mix and mingle type of environment. I had about 4 or 5 women that came out, and I'm so thankful for them. They showed up in spite of whatever.
Yes.
And I remember the Lord telling me, that's not what I told you to do,
Mm,
right?
mm.
Now, like I said, Leah, I was trying to take it a different direction, right?
You was going, but they just wanted to get there another way.
Exactly. And I was standing in my kitchen last year, and the Lord told me so clear, if you do not get back to doing what I have called you to do, you're going to forfeit the assignment that I have on your life. Now, mind you, I said, okay, for what? I hear you. Because I got to a point where I was like, listen, I'm about to stop doing this. I feel like it's oversaturated in the market, right? Seems like everywhere I turn around, but I was distracted. Hear me out, because distractions will come, ladies. So listen, I was distracted. So with that being said, I was not in alignment with what I was supposed to have been doing. And when I tell you, when I decided to recommit my yes, because that is very important, I've recommitted my yes, and things just started to take a different turn. And those are key factors for us ladies. Keeping God first, knowing who we are, being in alignment, trusting the process. Everything else is going to come. I promise you, it's going to come.
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
can't lie, so everything else will fall into place.
Ooh, wee.
Yes.
Let's talk about this, Jonah. Hold on.
Come on. You on my street, Leah. Leave me alone, okay? Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Come on. Your story
Oh
sounds
my
so much like a lot of ours. We
yeah.
want to do it, but we don't want to do it there. Not like
Ooh,
that.
not
Like
like that.
I wouldn't do it, Lord, but I don't think I heard you right. Perhaps you did not
Oh,
say go there or do it like that. I'm gonna do it. But we have all had that moment. We have
yeah.
all had that moment. Oh, and thank you for being a witness. And it's
Oh,
okay to what did you say? Recommit your yes?
yes. Recommit your yes.
Go back to God.
When
What that sound like? What do we say?
yeah,
Lord, I'm done.
recommit that yes. I'm telling you, recommit it.
I'm sorry. Let's do this. Okay, how do you balance business aspect and entrepreneurship with spiritual missions and ministry? How do you switch back and forth, if you will?
Yes. Listen, working, helping my family. I'm a mom. I'm a grandmother. I know I don't look like one of them, but I am one of them.
Congratulations.
Listen, yes. I just really try to it's so interesting. I feel like I'm an introvert, Leah, with an extrovert like
What?
uh uh mission. You know what I mean? Because I like my alone time, Leah. I don't know if it was because I grew up an only child for 17 years. Listen, sometimes I'm okay in my own space, right? But I think one of the key factors of balancing for me is my alone time, my time with the Lord. Like I need that time. I need that because that helps to bring me into um just like subjection in reference to elevating my mind and just taking the time that I need for myself. I actually work in the mental health field. So I got to make sure I'm taking care of my mental health as
Amen.
well, because I'm not subject from things taking place in my life. You know what I mean? We all have had those moments of, I've dealt with depression. I thank God for bringing me out of it. Then we deal with different things going on in the mind. So I think one of the key factors for balancing it all is literally just taking that time out that I need for myself, and doing it unselfishly. Okay. And also at times we are learning to say no.
Come on. Not
Learning to say no,
yeah. Can't do that.
you know?
I don't have
And I think I was a people pleaser for a long time,
to recovering there.
you know? Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to ask you, what advice would you give some women who feel called to entrepreneurship, but they are afraid to take that first step?
Oh my goodness, ladies. Um, Again, I don't know what it is that God has put on your heart or what you have a vision for, whatever it could be, to write a book, to open up a business, to do hair, to do nails, whatever it may be, because we know we have a different genre of things that can be business related. I say this: if you got to do it afraid, even if God has called you to do it, Even if you got to do it afraid, go ahead and do it.
Just do.
Go ahead and do it. Because we don't know what is on the other side of the yes. And sometimes fear, right? I break it down, false evidence appearing real. Fear can sometimes hold us back from so much. There are moments that I sit back and I say, man, what if I never would have done this? Because I would have allowed fear to grip me. And listen, sometimes fear still tries to creep in, even when I'm starting to host these events. Because sometimes I say, well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this done in this amount of time. But listen, God sends the people.
Yes.
Start the business, ladies. He's gonna send the people.
Yes.
He's gonna send the people. I promise you.
Gonna send
I'm a living witness. He's gonna send the divine connections. He's going to send them.
I love it.
And I will say this. Sometimes it's not all family. Hear me out.
Come on.
But I can promise you that he will send the people that you need to fulfill the assignment. So women, ladies, if you're in business, thinking about doing it, go ahead and do it. Take the next step.
Yes.
Do it. You won't fail. You won't fail.
What do you have to lose? Go on and
Yeah.
do it.
Go ahead and do it.
Just
That's
perhaps.
it.
Just perhaps. Let me ask you, how do you encourage women to trust God's timing in fulfilling their potential?
I think I can still piggyback and say, get into his word.
That's it.
Get into his word. What is it that you're dealing with? What is it that you're facing? Do you feel loneliness? Do you feel defeat? Do you feel fear? What is it that you feel during this moment because you need the word to help build you up?
Yeah.
Because entrepreneurship is not, you got to keep God first in it,
Yeah.
and sometimes even during this particular time and moment when you're thinking about doing something, you need the word to help you to work what it is that he has given you.
Mhm.
You need his word.
Absolutely. What is it?
You
Was
need
that
his word.
it would be a lamp unto your feet and a light unto your heart? Did I mix that up? A light unto your
I'll
heart,
be
lamp.
a lamp to your feet and a light into your pathway. I'm telling you, he will guide you. And it is so important for us as women to support each other.
Mm.
It is so important because I feel like as women, we play such a vital role in different things, whether it's motherhood, being a wife, and marriage, friendships, so we have to support one another, show up for one another. With the weather getting ready to take a turn, I know a lot of these business owners are going to be participating in different things. I want to show up for them.
Mm.
I pull up on them. Leah, listen, they look up Tiffany. They are so happy to see me. Not just that you're a part of Kingdom Connections. I want to see you doing things outside of Kingdom Connections. Let me still support your cupcake business, your baking business.
Yeah.
I don't just bring you guys in just to have you pay a vending fee and then I just part ways with you all. I want to support you guys outside of what I do with Kingdom Connections. How can I share your business? Can I refer somebody to your business? This is what it's about for me.
Oh, I love this so much. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. I see your vision, Tiffany. I do. Like I can okay. Can you share a moment with us when you clearly saw God's hand at work through your connections that you have fostered?
Oh my goodness. I gotta still say this. It's been since day one. It's been since day one when I said to the Lord, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know who I'm going to have be a part of this. I don't know which way to go. And when I tell you, since day one, going on to year 5, this is my year of grace. Okay, this is my grace year. And I am so thankful because his hand has been on it since day one. Even when I thought about taking a turn a different way, his hand was still on it.
Mm.
So I'm grateful for, even when I thought about doing something different, how even with his hand, he reared me back in and said, this is not what I told you to do. Get back to doing what I told you to do.
Mm, mm, mm.
So his hand has been on it since day one. I'm so grateful and thankful. I've met so many people, so many different business owners that it's really been mind blowing. And sometimes I sit back and I say, God, sometimes I battle with being even worthy to be able to be this vessel, this imperfect vessel that he has still used as a vehicle to do work in the earth for kingdom minded people, people to come and, people talk about just the platform that they have and the opportunities that they've had through these last few years. And I had people who've been with Kingdom Konnections since day one, hasn't missed an opportunity to be a part of this networking event, to be a vendor, to sell their books and to sell their products and their clothing line. I mean, the brilliantness of people is just, it's amazing.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Wow. I love how you put it there. You don't have one single isolated moment, because in 5 years, I mean, how could you when you
Oh my
can look
goodness.
at see God's hand at
Oh
work.
my goodness.
I love it.
Yes. Yes.
I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Let me ask you, what legacy do you hope to leave behind through your ministry and the impacts on women's lives?
Mm. If I was to leave here today or tomorrow, I would hope that people would remember me by my character and who I was in the earth, and how anything that I've done, I've always wanted God to be first in it. So it's not about Tiffany just bringing people together, but it was about how God used me to give these business owners, even children, the opportunity to come and to be a part of such an amazing opportunity through ministry. And that no matter what I did, I always gave people a platform to be able to give God the glory through their business. Yeah. And that's special to me. That's special to me. And that was always one of my prayers for Kingdom Konnections, like I said, that God would be glorified in it, no matter what. When I hand you that microphone and I say, who wants to share the floor now? Do you have something that you want to share? When did you start out? What made you keep going in spite of? It's just amazing. So yes, I would have to say my character, and just to be able to be a willing vessel, even for my daughter, I hope to one day to be able to pass the torch to her, to show her how to put these events together, to continue on with me, and she'll stop by at times and support the business owners, but I want to be able to show her the backside of what I truly do, and what it takes to be able to market and to put these events together and to bring the people of God together.
I love that so
Yes.
much. What a
Yes.
humble answer. So humble.
Yes.
Um, Thank you for sharing that, Tiffany, sharing a piece of your heart with us. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Where can we find you? Where can we find out
Oh my
about
goodness.
your next event?
Yes. So guys, listen, stay connected. You can find me on Instagram, Tiff underscore still standing, Kingdom Konnections underscore, that's with a KINGDOM KONNECTIONS, Kingdom Konnections underscore. I hope to put this next event together sometime in May. I'm telling you, Leah, I think I'm gonna start doing the legwork sometime in March. Yeah,
Yeah.
and because April is my birthday month. That's me, my daughter, and my grandson. So April's kind of like busy for us. But I'm hoping sometime in May. It usually takes me about maybe I try to give myself at least 2 months to do an event. So hopefully sometime in May, and then I'm gonna do one in August. Definitely always August. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to be able to still continue on what the Lord has given me. So I'm not going to get complacent this 2025 year.
On.
I'm going to stay focused and not be distracted. So yes, that's where you guys can find me.
Well, perfect. Well, I'm going to definitely leave the information for Miss Tiffany in the description below. If you are in the area, reach out to her. Follow her so you will know when she is in your area. These are events that have affected so many people, and it's so amazing that you're being obedient and you are walking in your purpose. Tiffany, we need you. We need you. We
And
need
recently,
you.
I want to say this because this is on my heart. I want to thank you for the platform that God has given you to reach so many different women. I pray that your podcast will continue to grow. The vision and the mission that the Lord has given you for women would increase like never before in this 2025 year, taking you places that your eyes have not seen, nor have an ear heard. Okay, because we need you also for women. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for this platform. Thank you for saying yes and being obedient, Leah. I truly, truly thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Tiffany. You already know my story is much like yours. To God be all the glory. I mean, you have had me. I'm almost off my seat right now.
Yeah.
I will tell you one thing: it's beautiful to see those divine kingdom connections. Okay,
Yes,
let's
ma'am.
talk about it. Um, Tiffany, what would you leave with us to hold on to for the rest of the week?
I think I'm going to hold on to this. It's interesting. I was reading earlier today about how when Jesus was performing these miracles, right? Um, Sometimes he would tell the people not to say anything, right? Because it was a certain kind of attention that he just didn't want drawn to him for some reason when he would perform these miracles for people. I was reading one scripture when he went to I think heal a deaf man, and he just said, listen, don't tell the people I was here. I don't want this attention, but the miracle was performed. Listen, I want you ladies to know this week. It is okay if you don't tell everything. Hear me out. And I'm gonna leave you with this. Because sometimes we have to understand that there's a time and a season for everything. And it was something that I told Leah earlier um about the suicidal thoughts I was having. At one time I couldn't speak about that thing. But listen, now the Lord has given me the release to start speaking about it because I believe it's going to help somebody else. So I couldn't talk about it in one season, but I truly feel like this is a season for me to be able to release a certain thing to people, to women. Listen, I want to leave you with it this week. Hold on to your faith. Don't give up. God has a plan, a purpose for your life. I'm a witness. Leah's a witness. And listen, God cannot lie. Oh my goodness. He's faithful and just. Ladies, hold on to your faith. And listen, whatever it is that God has for you to do, He will fulfill it. He will fulfill it. There's a time and a season for everything. Whatever it is that you have that you feel deep down on the inside that the Lord is calling you to do, just wait on the Lord. He will renew your strength. And that's all I have to say. That's it.
That was
Yes.
good. Just can
Yes.
we close with the song "Just Wait on the Lord"? Okay, that's all I had. The mount of
Yes.
my okay. Dang, that was good. Hey, let me tell
Yes.
you, let them use you, Tiffany. Thank you so much for coming in and pouring here.
Absolutely.
I was so blessed by this episode.
Thank you.
And I know you women, men listening out there were blessed too. If you were, we ask that you like it. We ask that you follow Miss Tiffany on all social media. I will have it in the description below, or hopefully write it across the screen so you know where to go and follow her. And make sure that you're following Woman Witness Podcast, Woman Witness TV. Hit the subscribe button. If you feel that you want to be a witness, please reach out to us at info@womanwitness.com. That's info@womanwitness.com. We want to hear your story. And ladies, perhaps you were chosen for such a time as this to write, to tell your story, your truth. Until next time.